This video is brought to you by glasses, wine, and coffee, but let's talk glasses first real fast. If you are looking at devices all day long like I am, you definitely need some blue light blocking technology, and I wear the blue light glasses at betterspectacles.com. If you go to betterspectacles.com/Allison right now, you can get the same glasses that I wear while I'm editing and while I'm checking out your story ideas. But if you are a progressive lenses wearer, you will really get some relief with this company. Again, betterspectacles.com/Allison. They will give you 61% off their progressive eyewear right now, plus free handcrafted Rodenstock frames. Rodenstock's been around for 144 years. They have a culmination of 10 years of biometric research to customize these lenses for you. And the result means more energy, no neck strain, vision up to 40% better at intermediate and near vision, which also comes with blue block technology that is at least a decade ahead of others. If you are on your computer all day, these are a must. And they report that the vast majority, 98% of people who wear them recommend them. And that includes me. Like I said, I wear these frames. And so does my husband, who has suffered traumatic brain injury from explosions and gets migraines because of his eyesight issues. He also wears these lenses. So go check out betterspectacles.com/Allison. Schedule a teleoptical appointment right now. And again, get 61% off their progressive eyewear plus free handcrafted Rodenstock frames. If you're looking at the world right now like I am, thinking I need a drink, then you should go to AllisonWinePromo.com. That's Allison with 1L winepromo.com. You'll get 50% off of my favorite Malbecs from Argentina. One from a very high altitude vineyard, almost 9,000 feet, which gives that wine a very robust, unique flavor. But also one from the oldest vineyard in Argentina. And another one that comes with this trio is a wine where they use natural fermentation. These are not wines you can just go out to the grocery store and get. They're very unique, and you will get 50% off of them. Very high quality wines, like I said, plus 50% off shipping. So go to AllisonWinePromo.com, have a toast to free speech, and support my work while you're at it. A lot of the people that you just named, the sort of independent media types, I would not characterize as right-wing, but I think a lot of times these rallies get typecast that way. Have you seen coverage yet, like hinting in that direction, or not? And then, like, what is the makeup, would you say, as you're talking to people?
Well, most of the people that we've interviewed so far have all been like Latino or LA residents, so mixed. You know, there doesn't seem to be really an overwhelming representation other than people who don't want to be, unjustly governed. It is going to get painted as a right-wing thing. There are a couple of Trump signs. There are some Let's Go Brandon flags. There was a prayer to kick it off. That's going to be right-wing. But we've seen a number of people that Pasta used to organize with 5-6 years ago with the Bernie Sanders thing. There's a bunch of people walking around advertising themselves as leftists, advertising themselves as apolitical, or I don't play team sports. I just think this is crap. There was a Green Party candidate running on, health freedom that was passing out cards. Everybody's running for mayor or some sort of city council office. It's LA, so they're all out. But it's, as nonpartisan as you can get at this point, really.
What is the goal of the event you're at?
I think it's, from what I can understand from the speaker, it's there's a number of different things. They are trying to get some political solutions out of this. There are people that are, actively trying to lobby against, especially here in California, a lot of the bad bills. There are absolutely people who are pushing a midterms and down the road presidential political solution to this. But the people that we've talked to and interviewed that are here as spectators don't think there's necessarily a political event. It's more a solution. It's more meeting people, trying to, form pockets of resistance where you can, trying to get as much awareness and education about, the 4 billion different related issues that all sort of hover around this the mandates in general, the mRNA injections, what they are, what they can and can't do. A lot of talk about antibody dependent enhancement going on. So there's so many fronts that people need to be looking towards. You can't do it all at once, so you have to come and meet people so you can split the work up.
So you're at Defeat the Mandates in LA. Meanwhile, I see that there's a bunch of protesters gathered outside some event, I think in Canada, where Bill Gates is speaking, protesting globalism and him and his role in all kinds of things, economic and medical. What do you think about that? I honestly, Bill Gates is kind of the hometown guy for Seattle media. He rarely gets questioned about anything, definitely not anything tough. And I've never seen people protest where he's speaking. It seems like a new thing to me that you would go after him, and that people have this connection now they're making between him and, like I said, he was just like the good tech guy who was just trying to help us have better computers. What do you think about that? Just curious, that event specifically.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when Bill Gates got a pie in the face over some antitrust lawsuits. There are a number of events that Bill Gates has spoken at over the years that have been heavily protested, including Bilderberg. I look at this, Allison, more as a resurgence of the guerrilla journalism that we had about a decade ago that sort of kind of like got pushed away in the 2016 election and ensuing Russiagate madness and all of that. So I'm encouraged that there are people out, finding out where Bill Gates is. In Washington, D.C. right now, there's a Pots and Pans march for the End the Damn Wars that started at a park going to Merrick Garland's house. They're going to be protesting for Julian Assange tomorrow in D.C. because it's 3 years since he was dragged out of the embassy and thrown into Belmarsh. So there are people all over the world on related issues that are, standing up and trying to make a difference. Matter of figuring out that we're all on the same page.
So not necessarily new in content, but you feel like just a re-energized decision among more people, or like maybe not necessarily the people you always see at the protests saying like, I've had enough, or we're concerned about the direction things are going, enough to show up.
Yeah. And it's been building over the last couple of years. You can't lock down the entire population, take away a whole bunch of people's jobs, tell them they're all going to get $2,000, then change it to $1,400, then go to runaway inflation while printing trillions and trillions of dollars, then giving billions of it to Ukraine for a war that you manufactured and got everybody into, that you're turning around and blaming on Putin for their high gas prices and an $8 gallon of milk. It's not sustainable.
Okay, one last quick question. Are there counter protesters, or like how are the LA regulars treating you guys?
I really thought there would be, but I haven't seen any. I mean, we were here early if you look behind me right there, it's a bunch of firefighters. We've got some of the trucks that are left over there. That's City Hall. But I really thought there would be, and I just haven't seen them.
And are there still vaccine requirements to go to dinner and stuff in LA, or no, did they drop those?
It's up to the business now, okay. But there's still vaccine requirements for kids to go to school. They want kids to have a full regimen of COVID vaccines in order to go to class. Again, there's a number of bills that are up in the assembly that are even worse. Richard Pan and Scott Wiener in particular have been the two most nefarious pushers of this stuff. They really seem to dislike bodily autonomy. So you're going to have a lot of energy here focused on that specifically.
Okay, anything else you want to add before you go?
Pasta and I, my co-host, have a show that we're doing 5 days a week now out of a studio that we just moved into in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's awesome. It's a live show, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on ROKFIN, on the Slow News Day channel. And we're going to be self-hosted very soon through our own website. So looking forward to that.
Okay, well, one other question. Do you know where people can watch all of this right now?
Yeah, thehighwire.com.
This is just a short clip of a full video that has basically been sanitized so it can fly under the radar on YouTube. If you want to see the entire conversation that we had or the entirety of the commentary that you're watching, please go to one of my other platforms. One of the best places to go is AllisonMorrow.locals.com, where you can become part of my editorial board and pose questions ahead of time for interviews. You also get exclusive live streams there as well. But whatever you do, don't stay here on YouTube. The full truth is somewhere else.